welcome back to Talk Horror to Me, the only horror movie review podcast where every host loves to stay home to get the best deals around the holidays. But with that said, and before we bring on Carly, Brooke, and Ashley, let's see what we're looking at tonight. If I could find it, I will tell you. I didn't change it, so I'm going to do it right now.
Tonight, we review 2023's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a 2023 American slasher film directed by Eli Roth and written by Jeff Rendell, based on a story by The Pair. It is based on Roth's fictitious trailer of the same name from 2007's Grindhouse, and it is the third feature-length adaptation of a fictitious Grindhouse trailer after Robert Rodriguez's Machete from 2010 and Jason Eisener's Hobo with a Shotgun from 2011. The film stars Patrick Dempsey, Addison, Milo, Manheim, Jalen Thomas Brooks, Rick Hoffman, and Gina Gershon. In Thanksgiving, an axe-wielding maniac terrorizes residents of Plymouth, Massachusetts 1 year after a Black Friday riot ended in tragedy. Picking off victims one by one, the seemingly random revenge killings soon become part of a larger, sinister plan.
Woo!
Hey,
Welcome back,
great.
y'all.
Hello.
This is what happens when I'm not prepared. I didn't move the one clip up far enough, and I thought I lost it, so I had to be on the fly. But welcome back. Love to y'all. Who picked this film?
This was a group effort between me and you.
It's all you.
I wanted to see this movie, though, so bad. And I went into it really thinking that it was a comedy, but let's wait on exactly what I have to say. I want to know, Brooke, you have been pretty silent about this
Me?
film. Yes.
Oh man.
You've been so quiet about it. I am dying to know what your thoughts are.
I love this film. It was hilarious to me. But y'all know that I have this warped mind, so it was hilarious to me. and I love Patrick Dempsey, so he's my love.
I mean, he is McDreamy for no other reason than to make you happy.
Oh yeah. What about you, Carly? Carly? What about you?
Okay, sorry. It kind of glitched out.
She heard
Sorry.
McDreamy and she just started drifting off.
Yes. Me
What
too,
can
bro.
I say? I had so much fun watching this film. It's not something I would have picked myself. You know, I'm so glad that you did because it was so much fun. And I did find the humor in it and the oh my god moments in the moments were fantastic. Loved it. Patrick Dempsey did a great job. They all did a great job, and I figured it out. I figured it out myself. I was
Oh my God. Such a big girl.
Nice.
baby's learning. I learned.
But we're not going to give that away though, because
No,
it just came out on streaming. So, but we're very proud of you for
Yes.
it being so obvious to you. I guess.
Yeah.
it was.
I mean, I watched it twice, and I was still surprised each time.
Well, it's because the people that you think are obvious are not going to be the one. They're just not.
Yeah.
I mean, I will tell you that body frame wise, I can guarantee you the killer, the person behind the mask, was probably still not the same person that the killer character was, because body shape wise, it did not fit anybody. I'm just saying. Thank you. For my review, I loved it. This is like a cross between My Bloody Valentine, like kind of tonally, but yet I love the fact that it's modern. We have, I mean, I don't know how many of you have seen Friday morning or Saturday morning newscasts with people getting hurt at Black Friday sales. So to take that to the nth degree is over the top craziness and gore, but is so real to like how we are as a culture that scene in and of itself before the 1 year later move, I thought was really frightening in a lot of ways. I didn't think it was funny, but like you thought it was funny. I thought it was a lot of snark Everybody's snarky, typical teenagers, which we see in every slasher horror flip film from like 1978 on, when it comes to like just trying to like give it a little bit of lightening of tension. But man, that gore factor was way up there. So Ashley.
Yeah, I went like I prefaced by saying I went into this believing it was a horror comedy, right?
Yeah.
I didn't laugh, I don't think, one time. Not one time.
You have to be demented like me.
Not even a chuckle. I was like Chuck pointed out at the very beginning introduction, like just that whole entire segment. That was traumatizing. I guess the only like real comedy factor was that it was so over the top. Everything that was happening was so over the top. But I'm telling you all right now, everything that happened could happen.
Yeah.
It is a possibility.
Yes.
So as over the top as it was, it's probable. And that's what makes it terrifying. Because if no one cares anymore, there you go. That's what you get.
But there was waffle makers, though.
I know. That one, okay, maybe I did chuckle just a little bit, that like the waffle maker. Got it.
It took me a minute. It took me a minute to figure out what they were fighting over, and the whole time it was waffle makers. I'm like,
it just, but the absurdity of this, something on sale, and we all have to have it, even though none of us need it. I like kind of the premise of it. Like we see the 1 year later holiday revenge flick. That's what this is, right? Yeah. It's just a revenge flick. And
I know what you did last summer.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well,
oh my God!
It's Thanksgiving, basically. But
all right, let's write that down. Jennifer Love Hewitt is always a great addition to my viewing.
100% girl crush.
With that being said, like Carly said, though, it was so egregious over the top, and the kills were just amazing. Like Eli Roth did an amazing job of taking practical effects, which we're so used to. Like I don't think there was if there was like maybe a couple extra sprays of blood. That's not all the FX there was in this thing. I love the fact that they went practical for 95% of the stuff they did.
Yeah, the practical adds so much more drama to it, like especially in the beginning introduction scene with the woman on the ground. We'll just say that much.
Oh yeah, let's just say that. Oh.
The blood was very slow to actually yeah, and that's realistic, and it adds to the drama of it all because you have high hopes that she'll get back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean there was some broken bones, there was some broken glass, there was scalpings. I mean, it's like I think this film had it all. For every film of every type, this film had it all. I'm telling you, it was freaking amazing. And I think this just shows you how sick we all are as individuals.
Yeah. I mean, but we're with good company, so it's fine.
That's true. But what I want to know, because we're talking about like how over the top this was, I want to know our favorites. We have so many to choose from. So we can stick with kills if you like, or just whatever. I want to hear from Ashley. It was your film. As co-filming, I guess. Yes. What was your favorite, like, disgusting, gruesome moment?
I think my favorite moment was also like a little bit of a sad moment, and it was the saw.
Oh,
yeah.
The saw scene that was like so sad to me, but so beautifully done.
Yeah. It was just crisp and clean with no caffeine.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. What do I do? I know.
How about you, Brooke? What was your favorite gruesomeness?
Sad.
I don't really. They're all good kills, but my favorite was the reveal of who did it and why they did it. That was
Yeah.
That's not a kill. I mean,
I
you
know.
know, we won't
I
get into
liked all the kills though, but
I mean,
laughed. So
I will say there was a couple decent red herrings, but they kind of got dismissed so quickly
Mm-hmm.
that it kind of led you down the path. I mean, they set up a bunch of people like could have been, but it's like because of the way it was laid out, they kind of like almost were impossible to be that person. So, but I still was surprised the first time I watched it.
I
I'm
was
like, oh
surprised.
man! But so on the second viewing for this episode, I started paying more and more attention. Like, some of those extra scenes made sense about why things were done the way they were done. But Carly, you're the sleuth. We're not going to give it away. But what was your favorite gruesome moment of this film?
The one that made me really go, oh, with the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Is that on the bouncy?
Yeah.
That one? Okay.
Yes.
Now, did you all go back and watch the trailer from the original Grindhouse?
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
So I did go back to watch it.
I forgot.
Yeah, the trampoline scene is in there.
Oh.
The toward the end, the banquet, so to speak, although very like 70s, super dark, really moody contrast. You can't really see everything. Pretty much the way the banquet was laid out, pretty much the same. Which leads me to my favorite, which is the scene where he's carving up the turtle. And the results of what happened around the table, I thought was like, because if it were me, because I was getting kind of, a little about it, and the fact that we saw some of that on camera, on film, I was like, that's exactly what would happen in real life if you saw that happen. They actually he like ramped up like the quote unquote realism of like how would you react to something like that. So I thought that was cool. That was definitely one of my favorites. Just like whoever put together Eli Roth, or if it was whoever else was on that team, to like put together every one of those kills, whether from the Grindhouse trailer or new, I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, it was. They did so good.
Absolutely. It was like I said, I had a lot of fun watching it. It makes me so sick.
I just like this smile. Like I watch horror films and I'm like, yeah, that was good, man. But Carly with like the grin of like a Cheshire cat every time she watches it, fantastic. It's like she's like our baby, she's all growing up.
Yeah.
Like she's never seen horror in her life for some reason.
I started very first horror movie I ever saw was Halloween.
I'll say here we are, full circle.
I was 18, I think.
Wow.
Anything you ever need a super easy Halloween costume, definitely go and get just a sheet with 2 eye holes and some glasses from Walgreens. Boom, you're done.
Done. Nailed it.
Easy
You can
peasy.
be the ghost from Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Just throw a seed over his head.
Beetlejuice, where he had the glasses on with the white cheek.
Oh, I thought that was what his first attempt at being scary. Is that what we're talking about? Like when he came in, he's like, "Here's me being scary," and he wasn't. Like, try something else. Okay. All right, kids. We'll see. We'll watch Beetlejuice at some time when this comes out. I'm super excited.
I want to see the new one.
I know. Yeah. Very excited. Very, very excited. But getting back to this film, it's about the holidays and about togetherness and Thanksgiving.
Did anyone think that the main dish kind of looked a little good, like Loki? Like when he carved into it, it was just.
I couldn't get over it. I mean, it looked good. It looked well cooked. Let me put it that way. But yeah, I just couldn't deal with what was being done. And
no, that was definitely pork. I guarantee you. If you look it up, that was pork.
Humans, the other white meat, other white meat. Yeah,
tastes like chicken.
That's what I heard. If we knew everything from the Matrix, because of the Matrix, everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah, it wasn't turkey though, because turkey don't cut like that.
No, it doesn't. And also the cutting of the turkey was, you could tell it was all prefabbed and he wasn't really slicing in anything, which I think kind of led to the homage to 70s horror. Is like, because it's practical, they didn't really hide it. Like, dude, I'm just doing this. It's like, I know this is just pull away. So I thought that was kind of cool too, because it kind of gave it that like old feel to it without it being old.
Yeah, I did like when he put her in the oven and you see her body, like,
yeah.
Yeah, that was the one. That was false. It would take so much longer than that.
Right? Yeah. That popper's not coming out that fast.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed. Although was it in the arm or in the chest?
In the arm.
Yeah, I mean, the arm is not. I want to say it was in there. Maybe that's why it finished so quickly. It wasn't that much to cook. I don't know.
Should have went with the chest.
Right. That's what I would think. I don't remember it. Again, I watched it twice. And I still don't remember all those details. I did think. Well, let me ask Carly, because you know, what was the thing, without giving it away, that made you realize who the killer was so early as part of your theory?
Oh, it was exactly early. It was after them really pushing the first boyfriend. I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And he was like the worst person to have as the actor for that, because he was so short. And we'll just say that right now. It's like you see John Carver, which I think, honestly, I don't know about you, but that mask as John Carver, I think was an amazing addition to like horror iconology.
Yeah.
Like it was striking, just like Michael Myers and, you know, Jason's. Like John Carver in that mask is really creepy and cool. So I definitely want to point out that they did a great job that way. But the guy is tall, even with the hat. So you can't tell me this little scrawny, 95-mile-an-hour fastball pitcher who's only like 5'0" is going to be our killer.
Yeah, it's just when they were really pushing that, I was like, no. Then I thought for a little bit that it was the other boyfriend, and then I thought, couldn't be, no. And then I nailed it.
Just for everybody to know who's watching, we all have a text channel. And as Carly's watching it, she says, I think I have a theory about who's done it. And then 45 minutes, she's like, I was right. So we're always on par to know what's going on here.
I was wrong. Who I thought that it was, I was wrong.
Really?
Yeah, I think probably Ashley and I probably had the same idea. Although, like I said, he was kind of dismissed too early for us to. Yeah, there was two possibles that kind of fit the size and build of him, but the one didn't really fit the size and build, and the other one was a little too minor character to really carry that weight.
When I finally caught on to who the killer was, though, I was still wrong at what the motive was.
Oh,
that's true. That's true. The motive was pretty obscure unless you really pay attention. Yeah, I agree with that. Although, like I said, on second viewing, if you really pay attention to that,
you'll catch it.
You'll catch it a little. You'll catch it a little bit. You're like, okay, I can see how it makes sense in terms of what we saw. And it wasn't overdone or so obvious. You're like, hey, what's going on here with these people? So I agree.
Yeah, don't watch this movie with anyone who has seen it, because they will give it away. Because the moment that part happens, they'll be like,
Agreed.
Did you catch it?
I caught it. How about you? You're like, what? Now you just gave it away, man. But I want to know, as I always want to know in all these films, is how we're rating this. Everybody talks about Brooke is, for the 15th week in a row, Brooke has said, I love it.
I love it.
So Ashley, count us down. Who is going to tell us how we rated this?
Ooh, let's start with Carly. What do you want to give this?
I want to give this 4.5 trampolines. It was fantastic.
Nice.
I will say that trampoline should have had the netting around it. I think that was unsafe.
Safety first.
Just saying, safety first.
I don't know. She was taking off her underwear, so I mean.
Well, I mean, that still doesn't mean you can't be safe.
What do you give it, Miss Brooke?
I give it a 4 stars. I had to think. Okay, 4 bodies in half, cut in half. I guess. I couldn't think of one.
Nice.
I couldn't think of one.
Brooke, your homework for next week.
I had 3 of them ready.
I have none ready, but yet this is so like tailor-made to pretty much saying anything about it. I'm gonna give this, man, I did love this film, and it was such a feel-good film. Not feel-good. I let me reframe that. It's not a feel-good film, people. This is not a rom-com, but it was just so much fun for horror lovers, just as like, man, I could watch this anytime. It's just too fun. I would give it 4.75.
Nice.
Bows of the ship going through the back of the truck.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that part.
Grandpa!
Wake up, Grandpa! Wake up! I mean, come on, Ashley, you're cracking up now. There were some funny bits, but at the time, it's not funny. It's only funny when you think back on it. It's just like I can't.
Unless you're me, because I laughed at the time.
Oh,
I'm going to be so generous with this because for what it is, it exceeded my expectations 100%. I was expecting goofy, campy horror film, and it delivered so much more than that. So I'm going to give this a solid 5 stars. Just because, I mean, the cheerleader did what she loved even after death.
Taking off her panties, jumping on trampoline.
Ashley, what are the 5? Are we just saying stars? What are we giving this?
But we're giving this 5 cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
In honor of the cheerleader.
Okay. All right.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a great slogan for a show. We should do that.
Oh, good Lord.
I knew what we were talking about. Let's see. Well, we got a couple minutes before we reveal the next one. So, and you guys didn't watch the trailer, so I can't get into that.
I can't forgot.
We can play the trailer if you want us to play the trailer.
Do I look like I have that ability to just like jump in with 3 minutes left to do the trailer?
That's too much pressure.
Do
you want me to reenact it real quick?
Yeah, I watched the compilation of all the trailers, and Thanksgiving just was one of them, which was fun. It was actually fun to go back to Grindhouse. It just go to YouTube and say compilation Grindhouse trailers. Yeah. Fantastic. Even the trailers for the film, the Kurt Russell one, Death Proof, Planet Terror. I mean, now I want to go back and watch the whole thing again. It was just
wait.
What?
So Thanksgiving is a part of Grindhouse? I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. I watched the Grindhouse. Yeah, I didn't even know
last time, and you said, "Oh yeah."
Oh shit, I don't remember.
Well, that was a week ago.
All right, for those who
maybe my nap was a little too heavy for me.
Maybe. For those who don't remember, Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino, Eli Roth, and others created the film Grindhouse, which was basically their homage to basically splatploitation films of the 70s, where you would just go in and watch blaxploitation, sexploitation, like all these films which to show in the theater continuously, which was called a Grindhouse. That was what the theater was called. It was just pumping out film 24/7, and just in a loop, and it was called Grindhouse with trailers in between. So what they did in this film was also make faux trailers like Thanksgiving to show between the films, as almost with like, let's go out to the lobby, like they'd have stuff like that, and then show these trailers that you would never think would be films. But even after Grindhouse came out, people were like, oh my god, that Thanksgiving trailer is crazy. Let's hope they finally come out and make the film, and they finally did here in 2023. Like even Machete with Danny Trejo came out 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
this is a long time coming for
I've
sure.
heard of that one. I just surprise, haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
So
I
if you
don't-
think of like
I don't
Faster
like-
Pussycat, Kill, this is
That I've
that
seen.
era of film that they were trying to go for with that film.
That one you've seen?
Yes.
Carly gets all
Right.
of the horror brownie points. Like, get it, girl.
It's a good film. A good film. I do like it. But with that, what's next? Who? I don't even know what to do here because I'm so scared of who's doing. Who's next? I think.
Wait.
Let me check my notes. Is it Brooke? No.
No.
No. So it is I, Chuck Ingersoll. And I've been waiting for this film. I have watched it already. I'm excited to watch it again. It is X, Ty West's X with Mia Goth, Brooks fave. We won't get into why. And it is the first of Ty West's trilogy that includes X, the sequel/prequel Pearl, and then the follow-up sequel soon to come out this year called Maxine with 3 X's. So I will tell you, trigger warning, this film has a lot of nudity and a lot of other things. So be prepared
And a lot
for
of other
frontal
things.
in many ways, but it is fantastic in my opinion. I'm excited for us to talk about it. But Ashley, before we head home this evening, do you have any final words for this masterpiece of Hollywood horror that you picked?
This was fan-freaking-tastic. Basically, because it only exists because of the fans.
Yeah.
So that blows my mind within itself. And it's such a beautiful film. Everyone needs to watch this, and you do not have to wait until Thanksgiving or Black Friday to give this a watch.
Yes.
Like you just
Yeah,
need to watch it.
Absolutely. It is end of February, early March, and I watched this and I was already transported back to the holiday.
Yeah.
It just like works.
Mhm.
But it was so nostalgic. Like even whenever they went to like the modern time, it still felt very nostalgic because I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been Black Friday shopping in like probably 20 years. It's been
And there's a reason for that. It's in film.
Yep. Yep. And I looked straight at my husband and was like, this is why I don't go.
This is
It
why
gets pretty
Amazon
bad.
is so
Elbows to the
Yeah.
face.
But so trigger
Yeah,
warning,
just-
anybody watching this film, there's a lot of over-the-top gore. It is some of it's almost comical and like rubbery, but some of it's pretty like stomach churning as well. So just be aware.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm about to go eat liver, so that's
Yeah.
pretty. That's pretty
That
gross.
sounds pretty good, honestly.
See,
And Carly, what were you going to say before all of that?
I have no idea. I'm just
Okay.
I'm starving.
It's like all I can think now is liver.
This turns my stomach. No.
Liver turn your stomach. All right. So that'll be the next film we pitch, right, Ashley? We're going to pitch Liver.
by the same people who made Grindhouse.
Liver and onions. All
I
right.
love
So
it.
I don't know where else to go from here then up. So love you all, my favorite characters in the world. Carly, you never cease to amaze me with your ability to find joy in horror. I love that. You're the innocence we have lost. And Brooke, I love the fact that everything you have is director's cut. So
I know.
Yes.
I'm like, she's a director's cut pro.
that's right. And so, Ashley, love to you. You are my favorite witch. Boop, boop. And with that, I bid you adieu. So, gone to you and you and you. Boop, and you. So with that, thank you so much for bringing us together again. We are here for you. And don't forget, we are always here to scare you later.